kind of, let's see. Hold on. I feel like we're kind of high. Oh my god. I'm trying to adjust the thingy and it's like impossible to adjust. So I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Now we're live. I've got you guys open on on the iPad to make sure that I can see any of your chat and all of the things. So what's up? Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are dropping into the energetics of effort and engagement, right? First of all, welcome back. I haven't done a public live stream in like a year. It feels weird, it feels delicious, it feels epic, it feels strange, it feels all of the things at once. And it's also something that, like, I knew that it was the thing, like it was, it was the next thing, it was the next evolution, it was the next homecoming, because I actually love doing live streams. I just haven't. So I want to say welcome. I want to say, like, this will be happening more and more and more, and I invite you to really drop in with me, with yourself, in all of the different ways. If you've been with me a while, then you know that it's the musings, it's the evolution, it's the rewilding, it is the primal, it is the raw, it's the gritty, it is all of the things. And it's all about, it's all about whatever the fuck it's about, but it's about the remembrance. And so today, as we explore, as we play, please share, type into the chat, let me know if you're here, tell me who's here, ask me any questions, all of the things. Once I get going, I cannot guarantee that I will be checking the chat like a normal, YouTube live stream person does, but I will be checking the chat. So please make sure that you type in any questions, any musings, anything that comes through for you as you are here, as we're exploring and doing all the things. Yes? Okay, yes. So the energetics of effort versus engagement. This is something that I play with, probably every day in some way. And it's just been coming through the past few days to share, to really drop in and explore with you in a different way. So one thing that, if you've been with me, if you know, like a yoga teacher or movement teacher, all kinds of conditioning and blah 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 blah, movement stuff. And as we are in, let's say, an asana practice, or we're in a workout, or whatever we're fucking doing, like we're doing our strength and conditioning, whatever we're doing, there is a moment when we're asked to go a little bit deeper, right? We ask ourselves to go a little bit deeper, and or our, if we're with someone, our teacher, our instructor, whatever the fuck it is, right? This is the teacher, the instructor, the God, the source, the soul, all the things, right? But in the workout, in our asana practice, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go deeper. And yet, the depth that we're going to is not a depth that we practice. It's not a depth that we're comfortable with. It's not a depth that we have the strength, right? Like, we have not cultivated a practice of resiliency to go to that next evolution, to go to that next place. And so then as we're trying, as we're exploring it, we can begin to throw ourselves around and try to force ourselves into this next level. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? We can try to force ourselves into the next level, and as we're doing this, we can try to start to use momentum to make up for what we do not have in practice, right? So if we try to throw ourselves around and use speed to get to something, because we are not in, we haven't cultivated the strength to do this next, to do this next asana, this next move, whatever it is. We haven't cultivated the mobility, the flexibility, right? And so we try to use speed, and we try to throw ourselves around, and we try to engage ourselves through effort, right? And so this is something, and then we can end up getting hurt, right? We can end up getting injured. We don't, the movements can feel really sticky, and it feels like it's just requiring so much of us to do this thing that if we were in the practice of it, it would just be effortless and flow, right? And so this is this efforting. This is the efforting that we do as we are trying to make manifest something that we are in the desiring of, trying to get ourselves to something that we deem to be outside of ourselves, trying to explore and excavate and allow ourselves to step into the next evolution of that which we know that we're here to be and remember and become. The alternative, the other option, is engagement. Now, if you've been, if you practice yoga, if you work out, if you're an athlete, the body is a portal, right? And whether or not whether you are or not, just for our examples for today, right? If we're in the practice, then there is a different quality of when you know that you have dropped in and you are actually engaging with your body. Hello, Joy. How are you? Love, so good to see you as well. And so when we're in that space and we are engaging, there is a difference in quality, right? Our muscles are moving differently. Our breath is moving differently. We're able to feel what's here, what we're bringing, what's bringing us. We're able to experience it and explore it in a completely different way. And so when we're in that engagement, it's as if there is this lengthening, right? The breath changes, our body, our spine changes, our pelvis changes. Everything is able to shift into and align and drop in with that which we are desiring to explore, right? This is how it is. Everything is everything, right? This is how it is. This is how it gets to be for us when we are desiring to step into something else in our business, in our, with our magic, with our message, with our body, with our health, with our relationships, the intimacy that we hold with God, source, pussy, life, all of the things, right? And so you get to notice, we get to notice, am I in effort or am I in engagement? Am I actually engaging with what is in front of me? Am I actually engaging through my body, breath, blood, and bones with what is here for me? Or am I trying to effort? Am I trying to throw shit at the wall? Am I trying to use speed and momentum because I don't feel like I have the strength? I don't feel like I have the resiliency. I haven't been in the practice here, right? And so the nuance here, the distillation is with engagement, we are fully present. We're not trying to get through it. We're not trying to pass it. We're not trying to get over it. We're not trying to get through this thing in order to get to the next thing, right? We're not trying to use this to get to something else. We are fully here with what is. Does this make sense? We're fully here with what is rather than trying to get ourselves into something else as rather than it being simply an extension of that which we are. Does this make sense? And when we say does it make sense, I mean is it in your body? Is there a somatic sense? Is there an activation? Is there a responsiveness? Are you noticing? Does it make sense, right? Does this make sense? Yeah? Tell me all the things. I will keep going, but tell me all the things. Type it in. Yeah? And so I'm going to invite you to really explore and to really notice where you are living into, what you're living into. When you have a desire, you want to take your business to the next level. Whatever that next level is for you, whether that is client-wise, money-wise, visibility, being seen-wise, whether that is media presence, being known, whatever the next thing, whatever you know that you're calling yourself into and as, right? If you are using so much effort, if you are trying, you are fucking forcing, and it's starting to you're getting tired, and you're I want to, I want this, and yet and still it doesn't feel like it's here for me. Or you're asking the questions of well, how do I get there, and what's the thing, and okay, and what, it's not it doesn't seem to be working. So what's the action I can take, right? What's the action that I can take in order to get this thing to work for me, in order to get this thing to be the thing that is going to be, right? The thing that cracks everything open, the thing that cracks me so wide open. That's generally when we're in effort and we're trying and we're forcing and we're throwing ourselves around and we're throwing our message around and we're throwing soul around and we're throwing our art around and the magic, right? And we're trying to use some sort of speed and momentum. We're trying to use action, right? We're just throwing shit out there. as a way of trying to get shit to move, right? As a way of trying to get ourselves to drop in, rather than allowing ourselves to actually be present and to notice and to allow ourselves to completely fucking engage with what is here for us, rather than what we believe to be missing from where we are. Does this make sense? Right? When we believe that something is missing, when we believe that we ourselves are missing from the equation, from the thing that we are seeking, we can try and we can try and we can effort all over our fucking selves, and it will feel, we will feel that effort, we will feel that constriction in our bodies, we will feel that constriction in whatever this next level it is for you. And you're going to continue to feel that, like, well, how do I do it, and why isn't it working? Because you're still seeing it as something that is outside of you, that's something that you need to get to, something that you need to figure out on a mental standpoint, and you're trying to think your way there, and you're mentally masturbating your way there, and trying and efforting all over yourself. The flip side of this, the other side, the invitation here is to allow yourself to become so fully fucking immersed with who and what and that which you are, the remembrance of yourself, the eternal quality of yourself, the essence, the fucking primordial muck of who you know yourself to be, to become so fully fucking submerged and emergent, and all of the mergent, right? Makes perfect sense. Beautiful. So that you're trying to, like, or you're allowing yourself to become so deeply dropped in with what you fucking are, like what you are, who you are, that which you are, the I am, the isness, the formlessness, the infinite potentiality, the God of you. You allow yourself to become so fully dropped in, body, breath, blood, bones, that the action, right? The things that you do in your day, whether or not that is related, it's seemingly related in your mind, right? Because our mind's like, oh, this is what belongs with business. This is what belongs with sex. This is what belongs with God. This is what belongs with X, Y, and Z, right? So regardless of what your mind is telling you, whether or not it's related or not, but whatever actions you're taking, the way that you are engaging with life, the way that you are engaging as life, right? Your come from is different. Your come from has been so fully dropped into the essence and the primordial essence and the muck of that which you are. You, like you, the fucking the you that you know, that you hold inside, like the you, like you freaking know this, right? That is the come from. And so your action is born from that, rather than trying to take all of these actions to get to the desire. And then one day you will allow yourself to experience yourself the way that you know that you desire to be. You instead drop into that now, right? And so you allow yourself to drop into the limitlessness of you, the effortlessness of you, the full, complete fucking expansiveness of you, rather than it being something that is way out there, and you're taking all of this action and just fucking running amok in your own body and in your own life to get to the thing, to get the desire, and then you will be yourself, right? Does this make sense? And so I'm going to invite you to really start to notice where you've been efforting, where it started to feel really fucking hard and crunchy. And when we are in that hard, that crunchy, the effort of it, this is generally when we will back away. We will give up on ourselves. We will not hold the line, right? This is where you start to have that boomerang effect, where you're making the money, you're having the exposure, right? The media exposure, you're experiencing the opportunities. Your love life is fucking smoking hot, your body's smoking hot, your health is just like on point, your relationships, your intimacy, like you are the totality. You're like I am so fully expressed, yes. And then you experience that boomerang and you go right back to the level, or like fucking 3 levels before, not in a judgmental, like this level is better than this level, but simply like an aspect of yourself, a way that you experience yourself, an evolution of yourself. You boomerang, like you get to the thing and you're like, oh my God, and then you seem to boomerang back, and this becomes that pattern, right? And your expansion and your energetics, right, and the way that you experience yourself tends to go like up and down and up and down and up and down, or this way and that way and whatever, like all of the amuckness. And this is an imitation. Like, what if it didn't have to be that way? Like, what if it didn't have to be that way for you? What if you began to choose something different? What if you actually leaned into the callings of soul, like right now, not after everything has, dropped in place, after your relationship is better, after your body is better, after, better that we're telling ourselves, after your business is better, after you've had had the TED Talk, after the money is there, after you're experiencing this deeper connection with the ancestors, after, like, not after, but right now. And this is not acting as if. This is true fucking limitlessness. This is you allowing yourself to remember yourself as that which you are, not what you were tried to be, not what you have encoded to be, not what other people implanted and imprinted upon you in order for you to, like, match some sort of idea of what you should be, the colonized ideations of a self. None of this stuff, none of that, right? This is an invitation to come back into the everything of you and to allow it to become so deeply rooted and encoded in the very essence of who you are, in the way that you live your life, in the way that you show up to and as life, that your come from is engagement. You are fully fucking engaging with life rather than trying to effort your way through life in order to get to life. Does this make sense? Like, trying to effort your way in, like, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do all the things I'm gonna are, and this, and when we're our energy is feeling as if the desires and what we want, what we long for, what calls us, that it's somewhere out there, and we're seeing it as separate from ourselves, and we're perceiving it through this frequency of fragmentation, and we're over here, and this part of ourselves fits here, and this part of ourselves fits over here, but never we don't actually come together as the totality. We don't remember ourselves. We don't allow ourselves to experience it, like, except, like, oh, one day we'll get there. One day we'll allow ourselves to bring everything, all of our experiences, all of our energy, all of our beliefs, all of our love, all of our pleasure, like the mission, the movement that we hold inside, the fucking revolution born between our thighs. Someday we'll allow that to all come together, but only after X, Y, and Z, after, the money, after the relationship, after the health, after the body, after the this, after the that, after the blah, 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 blah. Does this make sense? This is an invitation to come into it now, to remember yourself as that which you are desiring right now, not then, not later, but absolutely right now. And the way out is the way through. The way out is through. It is an invitation to come back into yourself as the whole, to remember yourself as the whole right now. And that is the engagement. That is where we allow ourselves to fully fucking engage with life and as life, rather than holding an energy of pushing life away from us, pushing life away and trying to somehow also bring it into us, right? And we get into that push-pull, and I was talking about this yesterday with someone, a different of mine, and that push-pull, and when we're in that push-pull, it becomes really sticky. It can feel really fucking hard. Like, life can feel hard, our business can feel hard, our relationships can feel hard, our health can feel hard, our connection can feel hard, right? Like, the remembrance in and of itself can feel hard. And when we're in that state, that is what we begin to experience more of, right? And so even when we're like, oh my God, everything is here, yes, 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 and then no, everything is gone. No, everything is here, yes, 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 and no, everything is gone. And that push-pull, right? That boomerang effect of ourselves, we begin to almost believe that that's all it's ever going to be. But it's not. That is not the totality. That is not the you. That is the fucking falsehood. That is the thing that you know is not yours, and yet you've just been in the practice of it for so long that you've begun to believe in the inevitability of it rather than in the inevitability of soul. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? I hope I'm seeing all of your chats. I don't know if I am, but I hope that I'm seeing all of them. Yes, I think I am, hopefully, right? Okay. Is there anything else? Any questions? Any questions? Type them in, please. I'm gonna invite you to explore. I'm gonna invite you to explore yourself. I'm gonna invite you to explore everything that you have held as, like, oh, this is how it is, right? Like, oh well, this is how it is for someone who looks like me, someone who's of my race, someone who has what I have between my thighs or what I don't have between my thighs, someone who lives on this side of the border, someone who comes from this family, someone who is born into this year. Like, what? all of the things, right? This is not in a way of negating our experiences or negating the intersections, what I call the tending points of who and what and that which we are. This is an invitation to go deeper and to look at and to be with these tending points and to meet ourselves there, to meet ourselves at the threshold, to meet ourselves at the crossroad of everything that we know that we know that we are, and yet we have not been living into it, or we allow ourselves to live into it, and then we fucking tuck tail and run. Then we freaking fight, and we're like, no, this I can't take this, I can't handle it, this is going to be too much. Or we have this belief that it's going to blow out our nervous system, or that if we have this part, then this part is going to fall apart. If we have this, then harm is going to come to our family, or whatever it is. I invite you to really begin to excavate and explore where you have begun to believe in the limitations that other people have planted into you, that you yourself have begun to replant into you, and where you are now done. Where you are now done with the back and forth with the boomerang. Where you are now done. You are absolutely hands down fucking done. Fuck that noise. It is done. It is over. It is no longer the possibility for you. Like, it is no longer, you are no longer willing to entertain it as a possibility. I invite you to drop into this and then ask yourself, okay, great. And what's next and what's now? What is next and what is now? Meaning, where are we being called to engage so deeply with what we know ourselves to be, the limitlessness of ourselves, the infinite potentiality of ourselves, what the actual capital T truth of ourselves? Where are we being called to drop in so fucking deeply and profoundly, to engage with body, breath, blood, and bones so deeply, so expansively, that what we desire, it can't not become our lived experience in reality. Like, it can't not drop in for us, because we have dropped in so deeply with ourselves that we meld, we merge, we become the amalgamation of all aspects of ourselves into the instantaneous now. And so there's no more, oh, it's out there, oh, I have to do the right things in order to get there, because it's here, because it's you. There's no more separation. There never was separation, but you are now no longer seeing the separation as the inevitability. You are seeing yourself as soul, yourself as source, yourself as God in human form. You are seeing yourself as infinite potentiality, right? Yes? Yes. Okay. All right. Did we lose? Did I lose you guys? It said it was like unable to connect, but the timer's still going. Okay, I see myself on screen, so I'm gonna keep going. If you want to go deeper, if you know that this is the time for you to go all in on that which you know that you are, I'm gonna invite you to come into something. We start on Monday. I know that's only a few days away, but if you like, this is for you. If you just fucking know, like hands down, you just know. You know that this is your time, and you know that you're done with the boomerang, and you started to see the patterns in your life that you are no longer willing to play with, right? Like, you're just done, and you're ready for every day to become like that day, right? Like, every day you get to explore everything of yourself, like everything, right? Okay, so what we begin on Monday is called Orgasmic Waking Bliss. I mean, fuck, can you even? Yes, can you even? Yes, I know you can. Or maybe you can't. I don't know, but we begin on Monday, and I want you to come with us if it feels like this is the time for you, if it feels like time is you, right? Like, if you feel that you are ready to explore yourself as limitless potentiality, infinite potentiality, then I invite you to come and play with us on Monday. This is where you allow the ritualized beingness of who and what and that which you are every single day, every fucking day, every damn day. You become that damn goddess, that damn oracle, that damn messenger, that damn like soul refugee every damn day. You are no longer trying to get to yourself, because you are now, right? You are no longer trying to get to the thing that you hold inside. You are no longer trying to achieve, because it is now. You are no longer trying to effort your way there, because it is now. You are so fully engaged, you are so fully dropped in, that everything that you touch, everything that you are, your come from, is orgasmic waking bliss, right? This is devotional ecstasy with yourself, with God, our pussy soul, with yourself as the oracle, as yourself as the messenger, as yourself as the fucking primordial ley lines of everything that you have ever desired, every fucking longing that you hold inside inside, this is the invitation. This is the invitation to play in that with yourself, with me. Come and play with me, and to play with yourself. This is erotica, embodied erotica. This is, we're doing embodiment practices. This is teaching and transmission and yourself as flow. And you act like you are going to like completely re-encode how you see yourself, how you know yourself, right? And as that, in that, you fully fucking engage with life as an extension of you. This is you coming fully alive, where it is no more you trying to get to something or you trying to get to yourself, because you are you. You are the totality of you now, which means that you no longer back down. You no longer boomerang. You hold the line on who you know yourself to be, and you become the full embodied evocation of that, right? Love. You become, I'm so glad that you're still here. You become the full primordial ecstasy that you hold inside. It becomes the now, right? Right, okay. So I will pop the link into the description. But if you want to, like if you want in like right now, just DM me on Instagram at Nikka Karli, and I will send you more deets. I will send you the ways that we can play and like all of the different things. But just know that Limitlessness, which are my programs, like it's one of my program series, it's my latest program series. It and all of my program series, they end early adopter on Sunday night. So if you know, like you like to be first, you know it, you like to be first, you just know this about yourself, I know this about myself, it's just how it is. You like to be a founder, all of these things. I invite you to join us inside Limitlessness. Orgasmic Waking Bliss is the first program inside the Limitless series, right? There will be many more I will be adding in. Oh, Candid, I'm so sorry that you missed most of it. Oh, I'll leave the replay up though. I will leave the replay up so you'll be able to drop it into all of the magic. All of the magic. Or it's gonna be so. Oh my god, okay. So Orgasmic Waking Bliss is the first program in the Limitless series, good God. And we're gonna be adding in more and more programs and just deliciousness, and there will be ceremonies and just all of the fucking things and breath work and just all of the fucking right. And one of the full things that I feel like we should touch on is like the polarities. Does this make sense? Like the polarities of the feminine and the masculine, the yang, the yin, like all of the things, the sun, the moon, like all of these things, and where you are. So we can very often, have you ever, like, do you all know about like the happiness? Oh God. Ooh, oh my God. Oh, my psychology is rusty. The the happiness scale? Is it the happiness scale? Fuck. Do you all know? Is it the happiness scale? But that we have like a set point, right? That we have a set point. Like we come with a set point. There is an idea. You are not set to anything, right? You are fluid. You are fucking infinity. Like you are not set to anything. And psychologically speaking, we can experience ourselves as having like a set point on happiness. So no matter if you're on the happier end, even like the fucking world is falling down around us. Shit happens, you will still default back to this, like you might go a little bit like between, you know, you'll range, but you're gonna stay on the happier end. The opposite end is also true, right? I'm gonna invite us, like if your default is sadder and like, and even the best things happen and then you kind of default back to that sadness, right? I invite us to play with this, which we're going to play with this in Orgasmic Waking Bliss and throughout the Limitless series. We're going to play with the polarities of masculine and feminine, with the energies of taking action, of experiencing momentum, of really direction, of like ooh, I say what I call cosmic consciousness, like the penetrative, right? Like we're all like, oh, I want to fucking get in there. The unleashing of yourself, and also the opening up of your thighs, the fucking laying back, the free falling into soul, the fucking pussy oracle nectar dripping over yourself, over the world, coming all over everything that you know yourself to be, the surrender and the receiving, and going even deeper than receiving into this, simply like this is what it is. The knowing, right? The primordial ecstasy, yeah, the integration, the merge, yeah, the amalgamation, right? And so we're going to be playing with this as a as a portal for you to really step into everything that you know yourself to be, right? Does this make sense? As a way for you to experience the medicine of everything you know yourself to be, but that you get to do it without like feeling like your life is like you're giving your life over to efforting and trying to figure it out, trying to get it right, trying to understand why it's not working, trying to align yourself to the vibrational frequency of the thing that you want, because you keep seeing the thing as being out there and like, oh, all I've got these energetic blocks and I've got all of this stuff and I've got to do all of this work in order to become the person who gets to be the thing. No, you get to be that which you are now, because you were never not that now. In the matrix, remember, there is no spoon, there is no separation, there is no gap, there is no thing that you have to get to, there is no blockage, there is no truly, there is no masculine, feminine, right? Like there is none of this. These are simply things that we can play with. And if you're playing with these things in a way that they are allowing you to be fully turned on and fully dropped in, and you're experiencing yourself in the way that you desire to experience yourself. This is one of the questions that I ask my private clients, right? Like, yeah, all of the stuff is all well and good. And are you experiencing yourself the way that you desire to? Like, is the way that you are moving through life, the way that you are engaging, the way that you like, or not, the way that you are playing and creating and fucking and being, right? And all of it, is it the way that you desire to experience yourself, or is it not? Right? It's not about, I gotta take this specific action to get to the thing that I want. No, it is about, this is how I live my life, because this is who I say that I am, because this is who I know that I am, because this is who I choose to allow myself to be, and this is how I choose to build worlds. This is how I choose to experience myself as that ripple effect, as this part of the hoop, this part of the thread. This is how I say it gets to be for me, and then from that place, that is the revolution, that is the movement that I share and evoke into and as the world, right? Yes. Okay, so come and play. If you want to get all up in if you want to get all up in this, and you want to play in the energy, you want to play in the wilds with me, you should know I do not I generally, like, I'm not really for beginners. If you have never played in energy work and you've never explored consciousness work, and you have no, I doubt that you're here. Because I don't generally attract people, like I don't like play in that way. But if you're like, I have no idea, like that energy is like a thing, or that consciousness is a thing, or like I have no idea what I want to do with my life, or like all of it, right? I invite, like, this is probably not, like, this is going to be, it's just going to be like, it's just going to be, yeah, I'm not going to say that, I don't know, it might be the exact thing that you desire. And what I see is that if you haven't already dropped into your own magic, into who you are, and you're not already playing in that expansiveness for yourself, that this is not the program series for you. If you know that you want to play and drop in with me, please still reach out, and I will invite you, and like I'll share some other things that might be a better fit for you. But this is like, I hate to use the word advanced, but this is a bit more advanced, right? This series is a bit more advanced. We are going into decolonizing manifestation. We are going into full, my movement in this world is erotic abolitionism. So this is going to be the first program series where we are really going fucking ham on erotic abolitionism. This is something that I work with all of my mentoring clients already, but in a program series like this, like Limitless, we are really going into erotic abolitionism. So that's kind of like fair warning. I am also not like fluffy rainbows and puppy dog tails kind of a mentor, if you can tell. And so I invite you to really know that if you're wanting someone who's kind of like I always kind of think of like a fluffer, do you know, like in sex work or in porn, where there's like a fluffer who's like gets you ready and like gets you ready to be the performer, to be that. Like, that's not me, right? Like, I am the fucking primordial energy that is moving through you as you're like, fuck yes, this is me. Like, that's the transmission, and that's the invitation that I offer you. So if you are feeling called, then I invite you to DM me on Instagram. You can, if you're not on the gram, what shall we do? What shall we do? You can text me, except I can't remember my fucking number right now. I think it's 702-291-7319. I think that might be it. 702 What did I say? 291-7319. I think that might be the text number. I don't fucking know. If you're not on Instagram, just pop over to the site. There's a contact form, nikkakarli.com. Like, you can find me, right? Nikka Karli. In all the places, in all the ways. We start on Monday, Orgasmic Waking Bliss. Just a reminder, the investment goes up on Sunday night. I say 11:59 p.m. PT. It will likely be around then. I'm not saying I'm gonna hold it to the dot, because I tend to when I set, here's the thing, like when I set these, like, okay, 11:59 did it, like usually I am like wide awake, like 1 a.m. I'm like la da 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 da, but if I set the like the, you know, the deadline, and we're turning off the stuff at 11:59, that's like the random night that it's like 10:30, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I think I need to go to bed early. So I say 11:59 p.m. It will likely be somewhere around there. Ish. So yes, any questions? Any questions around Orgasmic Waking Bliss, around working with me, around just effort and engagement in general before we hop off? Any questions at all? A reminder again. Not that I'm like, I just, I love fucking sales. I there's something in me that loves offering. Like, I mean, I love buying a sale. Do you know what I'm saying? But I have come to realize there's something in me that fucking loves putting my shit on sale. And so I love, like, when people get to enroll, like, on sale. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking. And so, yeah, like, I'll continue offering sales, like, of stuff. Always, like, always. And just so you know, early adopter ends on Monday. Or, excuse me, on Sunday. Yeah. Okay. I don't see any questions coming in. I don't see anything in the chat. So, all right, loves. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for coming to my first live stream in over a year. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. What's the other thing? Turn on notifications. Turn on the notifications. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned, because we'll be back. We'll be doing more things, more live streams. Like, I'm feeling like I'm back in the game. I'm feeling like I'm back in the groove. So make sure that you are here with me, because otherwise it's not really as much fun. Oh, you're so welcome, Candida. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying up so late. Oh my god, I don't even know what time it is here, so it's late for you. Yeah. All right, I love you all. I will see you all soon. As always, here's to your untaming 5 wild ones. Now I've got to remember, how do I fucking turn this thing off?